Irish Design House is a showcase of contemporary Irish craftsmanship featuring handmade fashion, homeware, and accessories from independent Irish designers. And celebrating traditional techniques with a modern twist, it offers high-quality, locally made pieces that really reflect Ireland's rich artistic heritage. So joining us on St. Patrick's Day to celebrate all things Irish is the shop owner, Sinead Clarke. Good morning, Sinead. It's so nice to see you.
Good morning, Courtney.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
You too. Thank you so much.
We're so excited to look at what you've brought in as part of your shop, but I'd love to start by talking about your history with your business. You said you've been in the downtown area for about 10 years now.
Yeah, we opened our store in September 2014, so just celebrated 10 years last year.
And where did you get this idea that you wanted to bring beautiful items from home, a lot of local artists that you're supporting here, and sell it in downtown Toronto?
So back in Ireland, before we moved, I was an independent clothing designer, designing linen pieces and lots of knitwear. And then had this idea to come with my partner to Toronto for a 1-year travel visa.
Okay.
1 year has now turned into 11, and this is our forever home, our second home. But in the meantime, 8 months into my visa, I had an idea to do a pop-up shop to sell my own knitwear pieces and my own linen pieces alongside some Irish traditional makers from Ireland. And the pop-up shop never popped back down again.
Yeah.
It's going and going, and we've just celebrated, like I said, 10 years, and we bring in all of these items directly from the makers in Ireland.
Amazing. It's so great to hear that you've had such strong support within our community. I'd love to talk about what you brought in this morning. Let's start with these cozy sweaters and these beautiful hats, because I mean, right now we could all use these cozy sweaters, right?
So this is probably the most famous Irish sweater. People call it the cable knit sweater. It could be called an Aran sweater from the Aran Islands, or some people just call it a fisherman sweater. And it's traditionally known in a cream colour, but they also come in like creams and greens and blues. So I just thought for the day that's in it, we'd bring these in and showcase these.
Great idea.
We also have a huge heritage with Irish woven blankets. So we can see over here, these are some really stunning hand woven blankets from an area called Donegal, which is the north of Ireland.
Great colours too, and nice heavy
fabulous
fabrics.
colours. And these are actually Irish wool, so good rugged, cosy blankets. We have little sheep ornaments, which are so fun. Not really a toy as such, but like they're really lovely sentiments from Ireland.
And you work really closely with these businesses in Ireland to bring over their product and support them in their craft.
Yeah, so we work directly with the makers themselves. There's no middleman, no other person importing. We can sit down and choose what pieces we want to bring in. So I like to have a nice selection of the traditional items, such as the knitwear and the blankets and our nice caps, but I also love the contemporary fashions and the contemporary crafts that are being brought into Ireland, so we can bring them directly from the makers and bring them to the store here in Toronto.
So great. But you're also an artist yourself. You have an opportunity to show off your craft. I understand you designed this shirt here, this linen shirt?
So I have my own clothing line called Fada. And it's just a smaller line, but it means we can create pieces in the studio, which is at the back of the store, and then use a local seamstress here in the city to help with all the sewing. So it's really, really great. It's a good mix of Irish meets Canada.
I also want to highlight these cups, because you mentioned there's a pretty significant history here with what you're showing off on your store.
So there's a fantastic potter. His name is Nicholas Moss, and the company is Nicholas Moss Pottery. And these particular mugs and pottery items have been in production for almost 50 years. And everything is handmade, and then the pattern is actually stamped on with little sponge stamps, and they're hand painted.
So gorgeous.
And they're from a place called Kilkenny, which is just south of Dublin.
How do you decide who you want to support and you know?
It's really tough.
Gotta be tough
because I know it's like shopping, but with a budget, and then. Things are seasonal as well, so like the pottery and the textiles we have all year round. But then there's different things we can have just for a short season, and then reintroduce new brands. So it's nice to add some fresh blood into the store as well.
Yeah, everybody loves to see that too,
and
right?
then
Different pieces.
Yeah, exactly. And then when Christmas comes, the store is even fuller with more knitwear and more pieces.
That's wonderful. How do you celebrate St. Patrick's Day? I'd love to know. Will you celebrate today?
So, of course. So like we'll maybe go to a local pub and maybe listen to to some traditional music tonight.
Yeah.
Usually our store is actually closed on Mondays.
Okay, that's great.
So for today, we are actually going to be closed so I can go and celebrate.
But this weekend, it sounds like it was quite busy for you.
Yeah, we had a lovely event at the store over the weekend, and we had so much support from the community. So thank you to everybody. And yeah, it was so much fun.
Yeah, I guess lastly, I'll ask, how would you describe the support over the 10 years? You mentioned this was to start as a pop-up, and here you are, you know, with so many beautiful, intricate pieces, and you're really supporting a lot of people back home.
Yeah, well, I think it comes full circle. I'm supporting the people back home, but without the local community and everyone who's been shopping in the store for 10 years and even longer, and then online too, it's really incredible. And over the weekend, we had a kind of a 10-year anniversary event, and so many people came back over the years, and it was amazing to see them.
So great to hear that. Sinead, where can people find your store?
At 756 Queen Street East.
Wonderful. Closed today, open the rest of the week. Thank you so much, and happy St. Patrick's Day.
Thank you, Courtney.
Thank you for bringing in this gorgeous display.